I adopted my dog in February and recently I've been allowing her to stay in the bed, but I'm not sure if I'm making a mistake. Pros and cons? This is a very good question. When it comes to sharing the bed, I know there's a lot of families that will have a very set opinion on that. The good thing is it's really about what expectations you set. What is the norm? Who allows what? Who allows it when? Really just to make it clear to your dog what is and isn't allowed, and not from a place of punishment, not from a place of depriving your dog of something, but rather what is the expectation here. If you never take your dog to the roof, they will never expect to go there. If you let your dog jump on the bed on the first day, then that can become the norm. So it's really up to you as to what you want that norm to be. But if you are currently allowing your dog to stay in bed, then that's what your dog is going to expect tomorrow. And you're free to change your mind. You're free to decide, for whatever reason, I no longer want this to be the norm. You might need to help your dog adjust to it, but otherwise it's really what works for you. What I would mention as maybe as a potential con, especially since we're discussing a dog being adopted, there's no mention here of any behavioral issues. But if you have a dog that's been already with you for a few months and you have a lot of trust, then invite them into your bed if you're okay with that, because that is an intimate space where you're saying, I trust you by letting you be this close to me. And so absolutely nothing wrong with that. If for whatever reason, whether your dog is adopted or not, whether you have a puppy, you're dog sitting, regardless of the scenario, if the dog you are with is one that you do not fully trust, then maybe it's not time yet to share a very close, intimate space. Maybe it's time to just practice having your dog be in their crate or in their own space. Potentially it's something that they rather have as well. But if your dog is already going into your bed with you and there's no mention of anything bad having happened, then my guess is that you're both enjoying it. And so continue. If you're both enjoying it, then you're both going to repeat doing it. And that is within it the pro. That's the pro to you sharing a space, sharing the fact that you trust each other, sharing that you like being close to one another. Otherwise, if you're not enjoying it, I would question why you are doing it. And if you don't enjoy it, but just did it for other reasons and want to maybe now change and try something else, perhaps having them sleep on their bed, you can transition them to do that. It's just going to take a little bit of work, but ultimately it's really up to you what works for you and what works for your dog.